Hi, I'm Tom Duff and I work at the Centre for Academic Practice and Learning Development at the University of the West of Scotland. And I want to talk to you today about a project that we undertook about 6 months ago now, which was to develop a room for staff development called the Flexible Learning Using Innovative Technology room. The underlying principle that evolved was to harness the technology available to us and to harness and reinvigorate staff to use the technology to improve the student journey and to take advantage of our kind of uniqueness in terms of our quality of teaching that we deliver at UWS, and to try and modernise that, I say. Move away from a broadcast model, a traditional didactic, what to learn, to a collaborative model, how to learn. And the FLIT room was an evolution of the classroom of the future. When I joined CAPLeD about a year ago, I said to my boss at the time, I really need to change this kind of approach and say this is the key part of changing how the students learn, is to change how we teach. So I took over half of the classroom of the future and I turned it into this flexible learning using innovative technology, which had the basic design of tables laid out in group format. It had lots of technology around the walls. It had lots of kind of drawn areas around the walls. And I brought staff in, only staff, no students as yet, that's still to come. I brought staff in to say, could you use this technology to teach differently? And we had a fantastic success rate. We had 100 people visiting the room. We then showed it to students. Every student, probably in a group of about 25 to 30, said, this is the way I learn just now. So yes to everything we were trying to do. They could see the problems with it because it wasn't all joined up, so we hadn't harnessed the technology fully yet. But with working with ICT, with working with estates, and working with academics, we felt we had a model for the future. And the impact of that model has been that senior management took an interest. And when they took an interest, they said, okay, let's see something building. So we've got plans now to do what we call a learning and teaching testing environment, a latte room. So the FLIT room will still exist, and that will be a test bed for all future-proofed technology and how we teach differently. But the latte room will be the dissemination and the cascading of that information. So from that simple little acorn of possibilities, we've now got major investment by the university to say, yes, there's something in there. And we've looked at various universities across Scotland and in England, University of Edinburgh, University of Wolverhampton, where these projects are a little bit further ahead of us. So we've asked those colleagues to help us, and they've given us lots of information to take this forward. So the plan is that this latte room will be a staff development room. It will be out of service for a year and used principally for training all staff in modern methods of teaching. Students will be invited in to be taught in the room. They will be evaluated in terms of what they learn. The staff will evaluate the room. All of the technology will be proofed for saying what do we need and what do we not need. And the principle behind that would be that we would then roll that out to the rest of the university as we go forward. So there'll be a legacy from these latte rooms. Staff will be trained, the students will know what's going on, and then each room that's built will become a latte room of the future and a classroom.